Hi guys, and welcome back to my kitchen. I'm Chef Derek, and I'm the keto chef with Nutrition. So today I've just chose three of my favourite recipes to share with you. So the first one is cauliflower cheese. I love this one just because it's a main meal. It's great for weaning. It's so simple. You can batch make it. You can keep it in the freezer and then just pop it back in the oven to heat up. And it's really simple. So in my bowl, I've just got some blanched cauliflower. You can do this in a microwave or do it in a pan. And then to make the cheese sauce, really simple. So in my pan, I've got 4 grams of oil. I've got 11 grams of double cream. Let's get my spatula and get all that out. And this is really simple because there's no making a roux, it just literally melts everything together. I've got 8 grams of cheddar cheese. Make sure we get all of that in as well. I've then got 10 grams of keto powder, 3-to-1. So again, let's put that in. And I've got 15 mils of water going in as well there. Again, you can add any seasonings or spices to this. There's some salt, pepper, you can add some smoked paprika, which is really nice. Some mixed herbs. So let's just melt this together. And all we're looking to do is just combine everything and just literally just melt the cheese. We can pour this over. I'm going to use this little ramekin dish because that's oven proof. So again, just stir everything together just until it's combined. So to this, let's add some pepper to this. Just over a gentle heat. When you use keto, you never really want to boil it because all fat will just literally start to split, and it goes with butter and oils as well. So just melt over a gentle heat, just until you can see all of that cheese melting. And as soon as it's melted, it's then ready. This is a great cheese sauce as well for things like lasagna and moussaka. So let's pour that all over the cauliflower. Scraping everything, so you can see how simple it is and how easy it is. Let's get all of that out there with the spatula. So there's the cauliflower cheese. We'll put that in an oven just to crisp up. You can also, if the cauliflower is still hot, you can put it under the grill just to crisp over the top of it. So next one is a quiche. I really like quiches because I think you can batch make a lot of these, keep them in the freezer. You can change the flavour. So we're just doing a tomato and onion one, but you can do turkey and sage. You can just do cheese on its own. You can just do a plain one if you want. You can do bacon. So you've got lots of different options in this. And this makes a really simple, easy pastry. So I've got 15 grams of keto. Again, these are all 3-to-1, so I'm using 3-to-1 keto. And then I've got 13 grams of coconut flour. If you want to change this, you can use chestnut flour, or you can use the fibre flour, and then this makes this nut-free, which again, these are great then for lunch boxes. And then I've got 5 grams of butter. So this is not straight out of the fridge, but it's not really, really soft. So all I'm going to do is just with a fork, is just combine all that butter together, and we'll look for kind of a breadcrumb consistency. So keep going with your fork, keep mashing all that in. You'll see the big chunks of butter at the top, but again, just keep working the butter into the flour and the keto. Again, at this stage, you can add some mixed herbs to this. You can put some pepper in there. It's nice if you put some turmeric in, smoked paprika. So there you can see it's kind of turned to breadcrumb consistency. So then into that, we need to add some water. So I'm just gonna take over some cold water and add a little bit at a time, just until you get a pliable dough. Again, with the fork, just keep mashing that together. Again, still a little bit dry, so let's add a little bit more. Different coconut flours are going to absorb different quantities of water, so when you're making pastry, it's always better just to add a small quantity at a time, because you can always add a little bit more, but you can't take away. So you can see that's nearly together, but there's still a few dry bits, so let's add another splash. And again, that then starts coming together as a ball. So there's our pastry made. Let's get our hands in. Get all that in, all the bits and bobs around. So there you go. Simple, easy keto pastry. It should be kind of the consistency of Play-Doh. So you can pop your finger in, make a mark. At this stage, you can then freeze these into quantity so it freezes really well. You can then take it out and then use it to line tart tins or make cookies. You're better to just chill this a little bit. I'm going to just go straight in with the mold, just so you can see. And this is so soft, you don't then need to roll it out. And I think that's the problem with some of the pastry. People start panicking a little bit. You use 2 pieces of greaseproof paper, but then we can't kind of add any flour to that to stop it from sticking. People think you've got to be a trained pastry chef to work with it, but as you can see, all we're doing is just literally using our fingers to press into the tart tin. I've got a loose bottom one, so it comes out easy, but you can use foil disposable ones, which are really good. And again, you can freeze that in the oven. This pastry you don't need to blind bake, but you can blind bake these if you need to, and then you can just keep the tart case in the freezer and then pull it out and add whatever then filling you're going to do to it. So again, just use your finger, press in all them corners, and then go around so you've got your tart case. So let me get rid of that and I'll wash my hands. So for the mixture, we've got 25 grams of beaten egg, and into there I've got some cream cheese. So that's 6 grams of cream cheese. So again, I'm just gonna mash them two together. It's better if the cream cheese is at room temperature because it just gets mixed in quicker and easier. And then to that, I've got some grated cheddar cheese, and we've got 4 grams in there. You can leave it and sprinkle it on the top, but I think it's nice when it's all mixed in. And then we've got some tomatoes and some spring onions. Just with the tomatoes, I've just taken out the seeds and I've just used the flesh and the skin on the outside because I think it adds too much water if you use the whole tomato. So if you just use the outside little bits, again, that can go in. So that's our filling made. So to that again, let's add a little round of pepper. I'm not going to add salt because we've got cheese in there. So then, let's get rid of all of that. And then the filling goes right into the tart. Scrape all that in. So we're going to spread all that out. And then let's get every last little bit in there. So there you've got your quiche. Bake these for 10 to 15 minutes, about 170 degrees. If you put a baking sheet in the oven, as soon as you then put the tart tin on top, the heat goes straight through, so you tend to cook the bottom as well as the top. So you kind of don't want a soggy bottom on the tart. So there's our quiche. The next one I've got is a simple, so simple, it's scary. And these are a keto cracker. And the reason I chose this one is because this doesn't contain any nut flour. So I think these are really great for lunchtime boxes or snacking. And a lot of schools don't allow at the minute any nuts. So if you're at one of them schools, this then is a great cracker way to use it. So I've got 4 grams of oil. This is a 3-to-1 ratio again, and that's olive oil, but you can use vegetable oil. I've got 5 mils of water going in there as well. I've then got 14 grams of keto powder 3-to-1, so this replaces the coconut flour or the ground almonds. I've got 10 grams of beaten egg. And again, I've got 3 grams of cheddar cheese. I'm going to sprinkle these on the top, but again, you can just mix these in if you want to. Again, you can add some pepper to this. You can season these up, so add some mixed herbs, and add some garlic. You can do rosemary, so you've got rosemary and garlic crackers. Whatever you kind of want to do, you can flavour this up. So I like to divide this mixture into 4. So I've just got a silicone lined tray, but again, you can use baking parchment. And with these crackers, these are great made in advance. You can keep them in a tin and they stay crispy. Let's divide that a little bit more. And then I'm just going to spread them out with the back of my spatula just to a circle. The thinner they are, the quicker they'll cook. I kind of like these about the thickness of a pound coin. If they're too thin, they go too crispy and then they can break up in the lunchbox or when you store them in the tin. But if they're baked like this, they tend to stay together pretty good. So spread them out. So there you've got your crackers, and then just on the top I've got the cheese, so I'm just going to divide this and sprinkle over the top. Again, these bake for about 10 minutes at 170 degrees. After the 10 minutes, just take them off the tray and turn them over and put them back in the oven, and then this dries out the underneath side, which means you've got a crisp, crunchy cracker. If there's any kind of sogginess underneath, they just won't store for you. So 10 minutes in the oven, take them out, flip them over, put them back in just for a few minutes just to dry underneath. So there you've got your crackers. So let's put all them in the oven and then you can see what they all look like when they come out. So guys, we've got everything back out of the oven. So these are the keto crackers. As you can see, they're really crispy, both on back, front and back, so we flip them over. And these are great just with some cheese, baby bells, really good for lunch boxes. Again, store these in an airtight tin and then you've got them for lunchbox for a week. You've got your cauliflower cheese. So again, it's not too hot, so nice and golden brown, nice and bubbly. So a great main meal, great for weaning, great for batch making. And then we've got our tart. So let's just put one of these open so you can see. So there you've got your tomato and onion quiche and the tart. Again, great to batch make, great for the summer, great for lunch boxes, and great to keep in the freezer. So they're 3 of my favourite keto recipes. All the recipes are on my keto planner. If you've got any questions that you want me to answer, just attach them to the video and then the guys at Matthew's Friends can let me know. And that's it. See you next time. Bye.